I know it's from Deb. Okay, I just started. Okay. I think this is working. We are working on all the things to try this new stream because you guys last time suggested that I try the OBS software and do the streaming the way that other people, for Twitch or for whatever. You can see my crusty scab. I'm sorry, but this is how I'm going to be streaming, for right now. Anyway, so what I want from you in the comments is to let me know as the stream goes on. I will do my best to look, but as the stream goes on, just let me know if you have any problems with buffering. The quality is not going to be fantastic because the webcam we're using for the other part of the stream, which you'll see in a second, is not as high of a quality as my regular camera, my phone, or the webcam. It's just what we have. And we want to try this and see if it works. And if it does work, then we'll upgrade a little bit to make it better. But for now, this is sort of MacGyvered together to see if we can make this happen. So all of that being said, I am so happy to be here and trying this out. And very much a big thank you to my husband for figuring it out for me. Yeah, my scar is looking good. It's just in the crusty place right now. Thank you. My camera is twitched out, more boob than face. Good point. Here we go. Hold on. How's that? Yeah. I just had to tilt it forward because I'm so tall. What did I knock over?
Your pin board.
Okay. I'm not used to having it look at my face because I'm, so tall. Anyway, there we go.
Really epic on the stream.
Yeah, now. Okay, we're good. The crusty place starring Kristen Bell. All right. Anyway, so today I'll be playing out my week, and you're like, well, we're looking at your crusty face and your crusty face, my crusty scab and my boobs, and this is like Twitch. But no, dude, there's another way we're gonna do this. But I have a mimosa that I'm drinking today, and I also need to rearrange my desktop a little bit because I want the stream to show because that's more real time for me. But there is a delay, and because of the delay, looking at my face from the YouTube version of the stream is very freaky when I'm talking. But the one I'm looking at from the software, I can see myself. Anyway, so now for all that being said, let's go to the other angle. This is the most exciting part. Look at that shit. Here is my planner. Here is, it's all in a weird spot for me because, I wish I could move this thing further. I guess I could, but it would be too low. So it's going to be an interesting, experience here. Everything's sort of spaced out in a weird way. So I guess we'll just have to test this out. And, yeah, aren't you guys impressed? Thank Jesse. He figured it out. And he's
better lighting under there.
Yeah, I know. I need a lot of things to be this is not ideal. My face is here, but my planner is here, here. And so, so I'm going to have to, kind of work like this. That you're going to get the Twitch boobs again, but whatever. It's okay. Hashtag super chat. Speaking of which, thank you for the super chat, Deb. I appreciate it. It's because of the boobs. I would totally use the lower quality cam on my hands instead of my face, except the better quality cam is in my computer, in my Mac. And this is the one from the top of Jesse's computer, so I can't take it out. But like I said, we're going to work on it. This is absolutely not the final countdown. This is version 1 of figuring this shit out. We do need Gorby. Jesse, could you get Gorby? Could I move the thumbnail to a different... That's actually a good idea. I'm used to seeing it here for, art streams, but...
What do you want to do? I just locked it in place.
Yeah, I know. Stop. I got this. I can hear you coming from your headphones. I'm just going to move it over here to get it out of the way.
Nice.
Of the... Did you guys get to see that? Let's see. I'm going to watch the delay and see if it happened.
It happens.
Yeah. Okay. So we moved that. And I'm going to make it a little bit smaller to keep it out of the way. There we go. All right. All right, now see, we're all like, I'm sure some of you guys who watch like Twitch on the regular or something, I don't know if many of you follow my channel, but if you watch Twitch on the regular, you're probably like, oh, this is all old hat. But for me, I'm just like, wow. So anyway, I guess you can see I'm actually drinking too. A bit too small? Okay, hold on, let's make it bigger. We're adjusting, my dudes. There, let's try that. Okay. Anyway. So, what is Twitch? Twitch is a streaming service where a lot of gamers stream, but also a lot of artists. All right, so we're going to plan the week. I'm not doing anything wacky. I guess this new setup is probably the wacky thing. And like I said, I apologize in advance for any of the weirdnesses, but we're just going to get going. So, I've already moved all this over into my like list for the week, all this meal planning. So that's what we're going to go with. I did not touch the planner this last week, and I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm looking at all the... All right. Okay, so we're good. Let's get started. So what am I going to use this week to plan? It's not going to be anything wacky. I'm not doing anything weird because I need to use my planner. And this is actually going to serve as the first video of Plan As You Go, where I'll be posting a video every single day this month. Well, starting from today. Because of my surgery, I didn't start until now. So, and I'm going to show how I use my planner every day over the course of, over the course of August. And this is the month my kids go back to school. Katie is actually in band camp. Not this moment, but Katie is in band camp. You're going to see how much I move my hands out of camera when I'm talking. Katie has band camp this week. You know, kids start school a week from Wednesday, so we got a lot to do this week. All right. How am I feeling? Healing? Wheel of Fuckery is not this week. We'll do the Wheel of Fuckery once Plan As You Go is over, but I need my planner this week. I can't afford to make it full of fuckery this week. I'm feeling good. I mean, I'm not feeling totally good. It still hurts, but like I have energy, sort of. So that's good. I mean, I'm having a mimosa, which is a good sign. Otherwise, I don't think. Anyway, so this is from the most recent Simply Gilded box. I think it's called the Enchanted Forest of some sort. And I love these colors. My mother loved these colors. These were like my mom's colors. And then here is all of the, I think it's like a copper kind of washi. So these are the washies that all go with it. So I think we're going to go with these. And then, of course, any other stickers I might decide to use. And then I have, like I said, I have my list of stuff happening this week already. So we're good to go. It is not a virgin one. It has alcohol in it. This may be my only alcoholic beverage today because I might get to the point where I'm like, fuck, dude, I should have not gone into the land of alcohol today. But for right now, everything is okay. So, yeah. Seeing the juice switch cameras is a trip. I look better than the live stream earlier this week. Thank you, Jessica. I feel better than the live stream. I feel like I've gotten at least some rest. I guess you could make a virgin mimosa by putting like Sprite or ginger ale in your orange juice. That would be a virgin mimosa. Because it would have the same like fizzy drink. It's just not an alcoholic fizzy drink. Getting ready for work, Danielle? That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to start covering some shit up really quick. And if you hear my audio go in and out, that's probably because I'm trying to use this microphone here, but I also have to lean to touch my planner. So obviously I'm going to need to maybe move or something. We're going to have to figure out a better set. I already can tell at least a couple of things I want to change about this setup, but you know, there's only so much we can do right now, right? So that's the way things are going to go. And you're going to get to see me when I pick my nose and eat it. Orange juice plus ginger ale is a Roy Rogers. Okay, I don't even know what's happening anymore. Mountain Dew and orange juice is a virgin mimosa. That sounds either great or terrible. Anyway, all right. And I got to cover this up too. We're just doing some covering. I'm starting here. It is warm. I don't have the AC on because it's, damn it, I covered up the August and I didn't want to do that. Scrapey. There we go. that's all fixed. Ew, now I've got it in my nails. Whiteout in my nails is not a problem I thought I was going to have in my life. What the fuck, Tombo? Whiteout, are you running out? Did I finally use one of these up? No, I think I just janked it up. I'm making hashtag whiteout problems. I'm going to white this out too. We're just going to white out all the things. White out the events of the past week. And by the way, I'm not going to go into it too deeply because I'm just really not in that kind of a headspace right now. But for any of you guys who are feeling super stressed out or bummed out or upset or whatever over the events in the United States over the last couple of days with the shootings in Ohio and Texas, just know that I am not sticking my head in the sand about them. And I have a lot of very strong thoughts about things, but I'm not talking about them right now because honestly, I'm not feeling like doing that right now. And I know it's a privilege to be able to do that, and that's just the way it is. So, but it is something that, like, I have very strong thoughts. For those of you who don't know, I'm a pacifist, so you can probably guess what a lot of my thoughts are. But I just wanted to bring that up, and because I thought it would be weird to make stream today and not mention it. Anyway. For the podcast, it's a good point, Pamela. Hey, Julie. All right, let's getting some. Which one of these am I going to cover the top up with? Should I use the sparkly one or the butterfly one? I'm thinking I'm going to use the sparkly one because I like this one a lot. Sometimes, I will tell you, sometimes junk food entertainment, and I'm not saying that I am like the pinnacle of junk food entertainment. You're talking to the person who had just spent the last few days binge watching the first season of Flavor of Love. So I have no room to talk. However, junk food entertainment for your brain when you're having a day where you just really just need to get out of your head and like take your mind off of things can be really, really, I would almost argue, like soul fulfilling, like fulfilling your soul. It may not be that Flavor of Love is the most soul fulfilling show ever, but if it takes your mind off of things that are stressing you out, and whether you're watching Flavor of Love or you're here on this stream with me, that there is something spiritually fulfilling about taking a little bit of time to bring some peace to your mind when you're feeling stressed out. I'm just saying, there's no shame in that. I'm just chugging this mimosa down. I told myself I was only going to have one drink, so I need to make it last, unless I decide to have another one. All right, so there's that. I think I'm going to start with the, what the fuck? It's random. You go back there. Okay. We're good. All right. I'm going to use these date covers, I think, because why not? I'm going to cough, and it's going to be loud, and I don't know if it's going to shake everything. Oh, where is Gorby? Jesse, could you get me Gorby?
Sure.
Gorby's where he lives. Gorby's, like, only moonlights on my Plan With Me videos. Gorby spends most of his days on our shelf in the kitchen with the other Matryoshka dolls that we have from my grandmother and my great aunt. We have several of them. Gorby is just the most political one. Here he is. Gorby's made his first appearance here and here. Here and here and here and here. Shut up, Jesse. I feel like I should put Gorby back here so you can see where the DEF CON is at any given time as opposed to off frame in the camera. What planner am I using? This is the Erin Condren Neutral Horizontal. You know, I am having a lot of fun, Haley, but like, I'll tell you, I think it is a great aspect of my character that I am so easily amused. It makes me a cheap date. Facecam Gorby. Put a third camera. We're looking to do another angle, like sideways. We could totally have like a Gorby cam in the other corner. That would be hilarious. There are so many options. It's like on Step Brothers. There's so much room for activities. Here, where would we put Gorby? We could put him on one of my new shelves, but nah, that's too much work. Gorby can go right there for now. Now he's... Hold on. Gorby's going to go right there. There's Gorby. You see him in the background. You just have to remind me that he's there so I don't forget, because I'm forgetful. A forgetful fucker. All right. You need a new planner to track your pain, bruising, and swelling for your surgeon and doctors. I know some people do that with a bullet journal because they can draw their own spreads in. But if that's not something that you're super interested in, I would suggest a planner that has both the weekly layout for the stuff that you want to use every week, but then a monthly spread or an additional note page each month where you can add like symptoms trackers. So a lot of planners do that. Erin Condren planners are like that. Inkwell Press planners are like that. Those new the ivory paper planner that I reviewed, that one could be like that. I just totally jacked this up. Oh, fucking whatever, I don't care. There's like a little like fold and you can see it because it's fucking foil, but whatever. I'm looking at comments really quick. Yeah, the camera for the planner is just Jesse's webcam from his computer. That was like his like webcam that's not part of the computer. So it's like a 720p camera. So it's not the greatest camera in the world, but it was what we had to use. Because apparently if you want to use your regular cameras to do it, you need to buy like special capture cards or something. So that may happen, but we'll see. Anyway, so it's just his regular webcam, and then my webcam that's actually a part of my computer, because I have a Mac, is what I'm using for the face cam. Robbie asked, I'm so glad you're doing well and back to playing. Have you ever planned a vertical EC? I did, back in the day when they first had the what, Jess? You're making a noise like you found something awesome.
I think we could set your phone up as the other camera.
It would be good if it wasn't my phone, though, because I always run into problems with my phone when people like call it and shit while I'm streaming.
Yeah, I'm
just saying. Okay. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I'm very distracted. So I'm just gonna set this up for blood pressure and for meals, because I'm gonna put the weather up here in this little spot, and I'm having trouble, and my washi tape is sticking to all the things. Maybe not all the things, but some of the things. Yes, I do have an update on Trumpet Gate. Actually, makes sense, as this is the beginning of this plan as you go, and in the last plan as you go was when Trumpet Gate was like a massive thing. So Trumpet Gate is now officially wrapping up. The trumpet came home. The trumpet is currently with the... God damn it. The trumpet is currently with the guy who repairs instruments here in town, and we should have it back later next week. This week. Sometime soon. So RJ will have it back in time for school. And so Trumpet Gate has officially... Sorry about all the noise. Trumpet Gate has officially been resolved. We'll need a new gate to entertain us this plan as you go. What it's going to be, I don't know. You just got buffering, but you don't know if it was me or you. I don't know. It might be me. What, Jesse? No. Okay. I don't know if the planner buffering is your internet or if it's the camera that I'm using, which is a little bit less than stellar in terms of streaming quality. Like I said, I mean, to be fair, I haven't really done anything interesting in my planner yet. So if it's going to be blurry, then now's the time. But so anyway, all of that being said, since I'm just doing regular planning and not anything full of fuckery in my planner today because I need my planner for this next week, I would love to have one of our epic, what we call this, trademark epic conversations on Cindy's live streams, which we have had multiple of in the past. And I would love to have more of those conversations, so I am opening it up to questions from you. I'm sorry if I missed them. It's hard to plan and stay on top of the live stream, so just be patient with me. Yeah, and I'm sorry if the planner's a little blurry. Like I said, this webcam is not the highest of qualities, so we will upgrade that in the next iteration of this live stream. This is version beta, except it's not beta because we're all here. So it's version alpha, version omega. I don't know, some kind of version. Shut up, Jesse. Time for a Cindy TED Talk. Yes, I want to give a TED Talk. Potential as a dirty word. Any thoughts? That's a interesting conversation. Thank you, Kathy. I'm just glancing here. Okay. I got to think about that. Let me think about that. Let me think about potential as a dirty word, because that is an interesting idea. And Diane, I think you're in this stream too. You left a comment on one of my videos, I don't know, last week, 2 weeks ago, I think, about a potential podcast topic. I just want to let you know that will be the podcast topic either tomorrow or next week. I have to record tomorrow's podcast tomorrow. It's going to be late because I didn't get around to it. And I might just do a quick update episode, which is probably what I'll do. But Diane had a really interesting question about when your plans fall through or when your plans don't go the way you wanted them to. And I'm going to definitely do a podcast about that very soon. All right. Okay, so weather. We're going to start with weather. What pen am I going to use? I think I'm going to use a fine liner. I want to use this one. I'm going to use the S. Can't see it because it's blurry. It's the S-sized Pitt Artist pen. This is the one from Faber-Castell. This is the one I've been loving on lately, and I'm going to burp. That was a really weak burp. I apologize both for the weakness and for the burping. My podcast name is The Uncurated Life. There should be links for it in the description. What is my favorite pen to use? Oh, dude, I can't tell you. There's so many pens I like. Currently, I'm loving this fine liner, but I have other fine liners I love and other gel pens. My favorite gel pen right now is the Villa Beautiful pen. Am I going to do the extra as fuck planning video? I will. Yes, just not today. I'm sorry. Lisa, I just read your comment about don't yawn, and then I yawned. Okay, here's another one. Do you get a lot of hate from Tanisha for who you are, and how do you deal with the hate? I absolutely love you and your style. Yes, I do. No, well, okay. I mean, this is all going to be at a weird angle because I'm like off to the side, I swear. Okay, this is kind of funky. I don't even know what I'm fucking doing. Okay, give me a second here. We got this. Yes, so, I get hate, but it's not like it's, somebody just telling me I suck. It's not that kind of hate. It's more like low key, like, God, you could be so much better if you weren't the way you are kind of hate. And I don't know which one I'd rather have. Would I rather just have somebody be like balls out, just being like, you suck, asshole? Or would you rather have somebody being like, you have yeah, I guess potential. You have so much potential to not suck ass, but you do. So why don't you stop sucking ass, right? Like, I feel like for me personally, I'd rather have somebody just come right out and be like, "Nah, dude, you suck," because then I could hate them back. But when somebody's like, "Oh man, you could be so great," it's like it tings that like self-esteem problem of like, "Oh man, they're right. I could be so much better than I am if I did X or if I didn't do X or whatever the case may be." And on YouTube, a lot of it comes from my cussing, and I get it. Like I mean, I don't get it. I've never understood why people give that much of a shit about whether or not somebody uses cuss words. I've never understood the logic of that in like in my bones, but at the same time, like I understand that that's a thing. I just don't get it. Like, you know. Um but I guess the way I deal with it mainly is to just remind myself that not everybody is going to like me. It is literally impossible for everybody to like you. There are people who hate Oprah. There are people who hate Beyonce. You know, like people who are awesome, who most people think are great, even if they don't like their music or what their talk shows or whatever, but they're still great, like universally considered to be great people, and yet there are going to be people who hate them. So nobody is universally liked. So I just try to remind myself of that. It doesn't mean that it doesn't make me feel shitty a lot of the time when somebody hates on me. I don't think that answers your question, but that's what I got. I saw some more. Hold on. Rachel asked, you can use only one type or style of each planner supply for forever. What do you pick? Planner, pen, washi, sticker? Planner would be Erin Condren hourly. Even though horizontal is my favorite right now, I feel like an hourly would be one that would be better long term. Pen would be a Pilot G2 because it's the most versatile. And then washi would be a Skinny Colorful washi. And stickers would be the Music Munchkins from What's More Love. Helga asked, do you cheat on your planner or just play with alternate brands? No. As a matter of fact, I don't. I am very much a creature of habit, and I don't like to try new things. New things scare me. I'm going to divide this for my blood pressure right quick. I fear change. Now, I heard that they have these things where you like click little buttons and it swaps you between feeds. So you can like click a button and be like, holla. And then click a button and be like, holla. Oh, wait, I wasn't even doing it. I click a button and be like, hello. And then click another button and be like, just kidding. And then click a button and you can see my screen and be like, look at that. You know, so like, I heard that there's ways to do that, and I want to do that.
We can probably do keyboard shortcuts.
Probably. What is my favorite brand of sparkly washi to use? Probably Simply Gilded. What is my... Do I watch Planning with Kay? Not really. I've seen the videos pop up in my feed, but I tend to not watch a lot of other bullet journal videos because they make me feel bad about myself. And so I try to avoid them to avoid going into that like self-destructive, feeling shitty about myself rabbit hole. It's not because I don't think that they're good. I'm sure that they are. But at the same time, when I find myself watching too many other Plan With Me's or too many other bullet journal videos, I start questioning how I do things in a not so healthy way. And it's just not worth it to me. So I don't most of the time. How did I find the UUs from Chris? I Googled. Well, maybe not really. I'd heard from somebody that UUs. My dad actually, when he died, his service was at a UU church, and this was way before my sister or I ever found them on our own. But I was looking for a church in town that I could bring my kids to get some religious education, but that they wouldn't be told what to believe, and that's kind of how I found the UUs. And then I discovered that I liked going there too. Thank you for the super chat, Helga. All right, I'm scrolling. Just trying to catch any comments. I'm all like looking at the screen. RJ is moving around on the new couch and making some interesting noises. Profanity has a time and a place where it's not acceptable. Yeah, like I tell my kids, I'm like, if you drop the F-bomb because you like stub your toe, I don't give a shit. But if you cuss at school or at church, don't fucking do that. It's not the place, man. Kristen is, I don't think she's in here right now. If she is, then she can tell you that she is. Am I following the progress of the Wheel of Time TV show from More Books, More Tea? Yes, sort of. I'm not like super hardcore following the progress. I'm kind of peeking in on it every once in a while. I am both excited about the Wheel of Time TV show and slightly horrified that what's going to like happen. I'm going to put my meals in as well. So yes, I have been following it. And yes, I'm curious. I feel like it could have the potential to be the next Game of Thrones in terms of the show that kind of takes that demographic or whatever, but it also could be really like Legends of the Seeker levels of bad. So who knows, man? Who the fuck knows? Oh, Tanya, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Bye, Rachel. Have a good night. How is the new couch? Couch is great. I love it. My kids not so much, but I love it. So that's all I give a shit about. They don't have a job. Was Jesse also UU when you met him? No, he actually just became officially a UU this past year, question mark? Maybe 2 years ago? It was when I was board president, I think. Right, Jess?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 2 years ago. Day 7 washi tape looks wonky. It does. You're so right. Oh my god. I don't think I fixed it, but whatever. We're going to just go with it. Why was it important for your kids to get a religious education? Might be not so much of an education to be religious, but an education about different religions, about different thought, ways of thinking, stuff like that, to get a broader view, not only for their potential choices when they're older, but to help them have empathy for people who believe other things. That's what I wanted. Because my parents were atheists, and they were like, figure it out for yourself. And so we did. And I visited a lot of churches, and I went with a lot of friends until I figured out that I was an atheist myself, and then really became a secular humanist. And so what I wanted was to be like, do what you want, figure out what you want, be good people, but figure out what you want. But I wanted to give them a little bit more structure to at least help them understand, like, what is Buddhism versus what is Hinduism, and how do they differ from each other, and all those things. Anyway. Why do you think the horizontal planner isn't as popular? It's not as linear. My guess is that's why. Oh, thank you, Tanisha, for the super chat. Yes, there is a Wheel of Time show. It's coming out on Amazon eventually. Somebody asked what cheesy pasta is. It's basically just pasta, except made with a little bit more water, so it like absorbs more, and then you mix cheese in, and it's easy. And so it's a good thing to make on a Monday when I don't know when Jesse's going to get home from work. The recipe I found has chicken in it, but I can put other things in it as well, different sausage or meat or whatever. My lettering is janky as fuck right now. Holy shit. Why is my lettering? It's because it's been a while since I've lettered, but goddamn, dude. Pamela, you don't really have to go through a ceremony to be a UU. At our church, you have a day where like the congregation kind of ceremony, like where we read like a covenant with the new members and they sign the membership book, but it just depends. You just tell a minister you want to be a UU, you sign the membership book, and that's basically it. podcast TED Talk idea, profanity. Yes, Nicole. The next Wheel of Fuckery is coming when? Probably in September, because I don't think I'm going to do one this month because this is the first month of school. And in September, I think we're going out of town, so it may be a perfect week to do the Wheel of Fuckery since I very rarely touch my planner when we're going out of town. That'll probably be what happens. We're doing pasta hella this week, but it's just because it's easy and fast and everybody will eat it. And then what I got? Shrimps. Shrimp and asparagus, and then I have never used anything like the Black Pages Scribbles That Matter that's coming out. I have the one from Archer and Olive, and I'm hopefully going to use it maybe around Halloween this year, just as for fun. Are there aspects of UU I don't agree with or wish it were different? Yeah, I feel like UUs tend to skew overwhelmingly white, and it falls guilty to that, like, well-meaning white people who fuck things up because they think they know what they're doing kind of situation. And I feel like when people, like, whether they're black or whether they're transgender or whether they're like in a marginalized group, talk about what is bothering them or the way things to be changed, it's really easy for well-meaning white people to talk over them, and that happens a lot with UUs because they feel like they're doing so well. I just wish that would change, and that's something that's the whole kind of association as a whole it's grappling with right now. Do you think Katie would like the Recollections mini planners? That's actually a good idea. I'll actually show Katie the next time we go to Michael's. Any show recommendations? I have not watched a new show in a while. We still haven't even watched season 3 of Stranger Things yet. So, I don't know. Oh, I'm watching the VC. Is there anybody else? Throw emojis in the chat. There's probably not going to be any of you. If you are watching the new movies made from the VC Andrews Castile, like Heaven books that they're on every weekend this month. The newest one came out last night. I still have to watch it, but the first one was Heaven, and it was super cheesy, and I loved it. If you watch those VC Andrews movies, or you want to, or you read VC Andrews as a kid, I'd love to know about it in the comments, because I'm somebody who watches VC Andrews and loves VC Andrews. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Am I going to watch Good Omens? Maybe. UUs are actually, they both branch up. Unitarians and the Universalists were both branched off from different kinds of Christianity during like the Puritan times and the Reformation times. Unitarians disagreed with the idea that there was a Trinity, like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Unitarians believed that wasn't the case and there was just one God. And Universalists believed that people are not damned, people are not inherently sinful, and God's nature is a loving God. And over the years, it's evolved and become less Christian and more humanist. But that idea that everybody is worthy of love, and that there is no, like the whatever the life source or the spirit of life is, can like come in many forms, but it is like a source. Whatever, those things have evolved over the years. But no, so it was not from the Asian. I don't think it was from Eastern culture. Right, Heather? Oh my God. Their cabin was so fancy, and I was like, what is this garbage? They are supposed to be not fancy. This is going to be the longest live stream ever because I'm both answering questions, lettering like shit, and fascinated by my new setup, so I keep looking at it. I need to focus. Focus, Cindy! I think I will have a second mimosa. I feel like this is going to be a 2 mimosa stream because this is just not happening. I got to clean some more. Shut up, Jesse.
Can I make it for you?
Yes. You don't need to right now. But I'll tell you when. Steaks
Sure you will.
and taters. What's taters, eh? And then somebody asked, and I didn't see who it was, but somebody asked, am I going to be changing up my Patreon soon? Yes. I'd hoped to do it before my surgery, but that just didn't happen. So it's going to be soon. Just stay tuned. All right. We finally got this done. That took 100 years. Let's see here. All right. Monday. What do we have to do? Let's look at my list. I have a Patreon post to get up. I need to look at my inbox. My inbox is just some raw bullshit right now. I have to record the podcast for tomorrow because I haven't done that yet. And Katie has band camp. Those are my things. Yes, that was a Lord of the Rings reference. Okay. Yes, babe.
What's for dinner?
We're having flank steak with a cucumber and strawberry salad.
What?
You ask me a question, and then you
steak.
don't listen to my answer.
No, I heard flank steak.
I said flank steak.
And what was the other part?
With a cucumber and strawberry salad.
Okay. Did you get a watermelon?
No, I got some pieces of watermelon, though.
Are you going to put them in it?
Yes.
Okay. When did you do
Okay. All right. Was it good, Daisy? We haven't tried it yet. So that chat doesn't cover my face. Let's try moving it to the right. Let's see if that works. Is that better? Let me know. We're testing. Best bedside table book currently. It's probably still the Jonestown book I just finished reading because I haven't actually I finished reading it, but I haven't put it away and picked a new one yet. But it's called The Road to Jonestown by Jeff Gwynne, and it's awesome. All right, my nose is now running too. Hey Jess, could you get me like a tissue or something? So I'm not, now that my face is on camera, I can't just wipe my face with my hand and have nobody notice. All right. Anyway, so I got to get all these things written in. Remember, and I'm not going to be filling this planner up the way I usually do during Live Plan with Me because it's going to be a plan as you go week, and I'd like to actually use my planner every day. So I need all my shit. All my shit is put away. So let's actually, I need to put in some washi tape first to mark in that. Oh, hi, Mark. That Katie has band camp all week. So, wipe my nose. Okay. That's when you switch the cam while I'm wiping my nose with my hand. Okay. Am I going to do another video with Katie? I'd like to. Katie wants to as well. We talked about it, so. Okay, so. But right now is not the time. Katie needs the break from life as band camp has been exhausting. I'm good. Getting tired. I had to go to church today and teach religious education, which really was mostly us just talking about like things we like to do and things that we want to do when we grow up and things like that. But I feel like I might have overbooked, and I had a patron hangout earlier, and I feel like I may have overbooked myself. Okay, the other thing that's different is my office is all different, and I haven't done a tour of that yet. I will as soon as I get it all figured out. But now my Krissyanne Designs stickers are in a different spot, so I need to get better at finding them. Does Katie's band do field shows or just parade stuff? They do field shows. They focus on field shows. Hold on. they focus on field shows. Their band director believes that he wants them to do as much as much I can't stop yawning. He wants them to do as much learn as much new music as possible during marching band season, and then during concert band season focus on getting really good. So, and he wants marching band season to be super fun for them. Do I need to upgrade DEF CON, Gorby? I do. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, Gorby. Oh, here we go. Yeah. DEF CON Brushev. Because I just don't know. I'm all over the place right now. I am so all over the place. Am I wearing a studded belt? Yes. Here's the fun part. I have this one belt from Torrid that I like. It's the only belt I like that's in my size. It's at Torrid. And every time I need a new belt, when it wears out, I go back to Torrid and I buy another one. I've been using the same belt for literal years. I missed a day with Washi. No, there's no band camp that day, Amy. It ends on Saturday. That's why. I'm looking to see what's going on here. Sorry. Okay. Record podcast. That I'm putting here because that is the big thing. The first thing to do is to record the podcast. All right. Erin asked, what was it like to make the jump from a W-2 employee to working for yourself? Yeah, dude. It's a good question. And the answer to that question is intense. I am a great employee and a not so great boss. So I'm not great at making myself do things, for one. And I'm not good at making myself do things. I am really terrible at doing things like paying taxes. Like, I do pay my taxes, but that was a struggle for me. And I'm paying quarterly taxes, which, has taken a load off of my husband's mind. But, it's just all of the business parts of working for myself are stressful. And all of the keeping myself in line with what I need to be doing, I'm not good at that. So it's a skill I'm having to work on. The discipline, working on your discipline is way more important than working on whatever skill it is that you're learning to do to work for yourself. I cannot stop yawning. I'm so sorry. How do I deal with planner burnout? Okay, I have talked about this before, and I will talk about this more on a podcast, but I'm going to just throw it down right now. Here comes Cindy's TED Talk for the day. Maybe one of them. Wait, what am I putting here? I have to do the downloads for Patreon posts, so that's what I'm doing. So, what I have discovered for my personal self, for my personal me, is that when I am the most stressed out, when there is the most going on, I tend to not use my planner. And I tend to not use my planner. I tend to avoid everything. Now, I'm not counting when I didn't really use my planner the last couple of weeks. I was recovering from surgery. I wasn't doing shit, so it didn't matter. I'm talking about when life is busy and hectic and stressful, and I don't use my planner because it feels like, that's just one more thing that I got to figure out, and I might as well just do things instead of plan to do things. The problem is I start to lose track of all the things I need to be doing, of the things I'm supposed to be doing. I lose track of all of it, and my life is suddenly so much more difficult than it would have been if I just sat down, even if I don't use my planner, even if I just make a fucking to-do list. I don't even do that. RJ? Okay, never mind. And are you trying to, knock the new couch over? He has his headphones on. He can't hear me. Anyway, the point being is that I find myself it's not even a burnout of the planner as much as it's just like, fuck, I gotta deal. I found that I still need some kind of accountability. And even if I don't touch the decorative part of my planner, or even if I just pull a pen out and that's all I use, that's better than nothing because I will regret it otherwise. I'm looking at the comments while I'm finding the sticker that I want. I forgot to put this into Mark Van Camp. Oh, hi, Mark. All right. So the 2 patron things, the podcast, and then inbox. That's what I got to work on. So I'm going to letter that in because that's massive for me right now. The pen I use on Kristen stickers generally is the Sakura Microperm 03. I love this pen. It's a permanent pen. I wouldn't use it in my planner, but on the stickers it works great. All right, here we go. Inbox. Make sure it's the right pen. You know, I did bubble letters today. At church, I was showing the difference between my left-hand lettering and my right-hand lettering, which if you watch that live plan with me, you'll know just how janky my left-hand lettering is. But one of our kids at church broke his collarbone, and so he was having to draw with his opposite hand, and it was bumming him out. But it actually came out looking pretty cool. And it had been the first time I'd done bubble letters since I had surgery, and it felt so good. I know some of you absolutely loathe bubble lettering because you think it's hard or you just don't like doing it. But for me, bubble lettering is like coming home. It is my favorite. If any kind of lettering, if I ever wanted to associate any kind of lettering with me, it would be bubble lettering. Bubble lettering is my favorite lettering by far. All right. Can I sing a video or right now? I could. I don't know if I'm going to do it right now. What do you do when you feel overwhelmed with the amount of things you need to plan, keep track of different jobs, Kit? My advice is I use a Google Calendar. All of my deadlines, due dates, project, if I have to plan out, like if I have one big deadline for the book as an example, and I wanted to break it down into number of pages per day, I would set those deadlines on my Google Calendar. And if I keep all of the dates and deadlines on a Google Calendar that tosses notifications my way, that helps me stay on top of those things. And then I can break it down in my paper planners. But the Google Calendar is very helpful as like something I can always double check on to see what's happening, not only today, but this week, next week, the month out, blah, blah, blah. Girl, we saw that. I was flipping off the guy riding his motorcycle all super loud. Do you have a tips for someone in a relationship who doesn't live with the other person yet? This usually wrecks my to-do list and habits. Be flexible. And maybe set your habits for the time of day you know you don't. Like if every morning is the time when you don't do anything with this person, then have that be when you do your best habits that you need to be regular with, and then let your evenings be more flexible. That sounds super like generic, but that's my best. Oh, and Deb has a great tip too. Goes back to what I just said, the Google Calendar that you share with your partner, because then it helps you guys see what each other is doing. All right, Tuesday, I have to post the downloads for my patrons. I need to schedule some deadlines for the month of August with a bunch of... I need to film plan as you go on Monday. That's going to fill my Monday up, which is fine. I'm going to put that. And I'm going to use a zombie once more with Love Munchkin because I want to do it first thing in the morning. And I have not been very coherent first thing in the morning, so it should be interesting. I'm going to be doing plan as you go every day. But Monday will be the first morning that I'm filming it, so... I want to move this over. Picking everything off my planner today. What was that one other... Somebody else had a planner idea where I should do a plan with me where I let everything... If it's crooked, I put everything right where it lands and I don't try and pick it off. Have you considered sharing your singing on the... I know, Dear Evan Hansen. Yeah, I've considered it. I'm not like the world's most fabulous singer, so... I don't know. It's a little embarrassing. Do I do the plan as you go videos live? No. I usually film them and then upload them later. And I just do live videos when I have a problem where I can't actually film on that day. On Patreon, do you charge at the end or the beginning of the month? I believe it's the end of... It's like the very beginning, but when you join, it doesn't charge you till the end of that first month. I think is how it works. Anyway. Okay. Tuesday. Back to Tuesday. Patreon downloads. Schedule my deadlines for some projects I have going on in August. And then I'd like to take RJ school clothes shopping that day while Katie's at band camp. Let's see here. So we'll do the schedule deadlines right here. Because that's important, because I have a lot of them. And if I don't schedule the deadlines, I'm not going to get started. That's one of the reasons I do try to schedule deadlines when I can ahead of time if I have a big project so I can break it up. And part of the reason I do that is because if I'm a procrastinator. And so if my only deadline is the end of whatever, it's like I have all this to do, but it's all like for the book. I have a monthly deadline, but I have all these pages to work on. If I didn't schedule my deadlines out, as in like this day I need to be at this point, and this day I need to be at this point, I wouldn't have started until the last minute because I'm a natural procrastinator, which is annoying. Schedule deadlines. All right, and then post the downloads and take RJ school shopping. I wonder what sticker to write on. I don't know if I like that. I'm not sure if I like that or not. I feel like I don't like that. I just don't know. I just don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know. I don't want this one either. God damn it. Why do I have so many problems making decisions? I have so many decision-making problems. I wouldn't say I have decision fatigue. I feel like that is oversimplifying it. I feel like I'm overwhelmed with options and I'm a procrastinator. And I feel like those two things together make it so that even the smallest decisions sometimes can paralyze me. And it's silly. It's like I know intellectually as I'm like looking at myself being like, man, why are you so stressed out about this sticker you're using? because I am. It's just the way things are. RJ, school, shopping. All right. You guys are all awesome. I love the tips you're giving Isabella in the comments. They're great. What was the other one? Post the downloads. And then the other thing I want to do on Tuesday is paint. Now I'm going to try and paint every day, but I want to devote at least, because I'm trying to get, I think 12 prints, like 12 paintings done for prints for when I eventually open a print shop and of my art. And I have 4 done so far, and I need to do more because 4 is not 12. I think it's going to be between 8 and 12 total. So paint. Okay. What's next? Wednesday, I got to record another podcast for the following week. I got to record another podcast for the following week. I need to take Katie school shopping, and RJ is going to be at the high school all day helping out one of our friends who is a teacher who needs some help setting her classroom up. So I was ahead on podcasts and now I'm not. It's really easy to fall off the podcast. Even if it's only one a week, it's really easy to fall behind. Hey Jess, I'm just about ready for another mimosa. Did I just drip on myself? I probably did. Okay.
Turn the camera.
Well, no, like from the bottom of my glass. It might need to be wiped. There's one more little bottle of sparkling wine in the other fridge. And I just did the whole bottle and then topped it off with orange juice. You probably have to grab more orange juice from the other fridge too. Because I wrapped it up. Okay, any reviews coming up? Not this month. I don't do reviews during Plan As You Go. I will have a review after Plan As You Go is over on the Zebra metallic brush pens that are at Target right now. I have that one already ready to go. It'll go up after Plan As You Go is over. And then Catherine asked, can I explain how my Patreon is changing? It's not super changing. There's just going to be some I haven't changed any of the tiers or any of the stuff on it for the most part since I started it almost 3 years ago. It's going to be a refresh. I'm not exactly sure what is coming next yet. So it's on my list of projects to figure out. All right. Okay. I'm like losing my shit. Losing my shit. Have I seen the new bullet planner? Not the newest one. The most recent one I saw was the one that was white that came out, I think, last year. That was the last one I saw. Why is my Patreon changing? Like I said, just to refresh it, to update it. You know, I had to put on something on there recently that, I have a podcast now because one of the things on my Patreon was, help me so I can start a podcast. And then I started a podcast, and a lot of that still has to be updated. So it's mostly a refresh. All right, record. Did you wipe the bottom off? Mm-hmm. Thank you. The Print Impressions planner. Is that the one that is like a Hobonichi but with different paper? I've never looked at it in person. I've just seen it online. So I would appreciate if I was ever going to use a Hobonichi style planner, it would be one like that where the paper wasn't used toilet paper that's been left out in the sun to dry, because that's how I feel about the Hobonichi paper. But it's still too small for me, so I probably would never use something like that. Is it time to Yes. DEFCON Khrushchev. And as for... What was the other question? The name of my podcast, it's The Uncurated Life. Defcon, Krishkev. Look, I dropped Brushev. Oh, well, I'm not going to bend over and get him. He can just stay on the floor. That's how I feel about communism. Did I see the new journals at Walmart? No. How was the process for creating my book picture on Amazon? I did the lettering for it, and then the book company created the rest of it. That's actually the cover. It's not a flat lay of the cover. That is the whole cover, from what I understand. Do anybody know if the Plum Paper Weeks, the PP Weeks, the print impressions? Yeah, it does have different paper, from what I understand. Is the Simply Gilded box you're talking about the one I'm using right now? Or is it a different one? Because the one I'm using right now I love, but I don't remember what the other ones look like. Okay. Record podcast, school shopping with Katie. What did I just see? How do you make sure you use more than one planner at a time successfully? I think for me, the reason I can use them successfully is because they're for different things. Right? So, like, I use them for different things. My bullet journals, my to-do list. This is mostly my creative planner where I think about my day. So I use this in the morning, and then I don't often use it again, except to glance at it, but I don't often add to it during the day. My bullet journal is a work in progress all day. And then my power sheets are very specifically about goal setting. So for me, it's that there's not a lot of duplication. I'm not duplicating. Like I do a few duplications. Like here, scheduled deadlines will be in this and in my bullet journal. But this is just to remind me to do it. And then my bullet journal is where I cross it off. So I've seen people who copy the same information from planner to planner to planner. And I couldn't keep up with that. But mine are very specifically used for different reasons. And that's why I keep up with them. And if I wasn't keeping up with them, I wouldn't use them. I only use what works for me. If it doesn't work for me, or if I'm having to work to make something work for me rather than having it just work for me, that was a really confusing sentence, I wouldn't do it. I'm not gonna redo my life to fit my planners, if that makes sense. This is drink 2 for me, but it feels like drink 5. Just saying. Okay, and then RJ's gonna be with Carla, so I gotta put that in here too. Maybe now we'll use this particular puppy. Is that crooked too? God damn it. These ones are not so easily removable either. All right. How is my wellness planner going? It's going okay. Like, I haven't really touched it in the last few weeks. I'm just going to write really big surgery on it because I didn't feel like taking pictures. I'll probably take a couple of crusty pictures of my scar, and that's about it. But I knew that was going to happen. I don't consider that to be a failure because I knew when my surgery was happening, I wasn't going to hold myself to any of that shit. So, God damn it. God damn it. NHW. Napa High Wool. I don't want to peel it off, so we just make it look funky. With Carla. God damn it. I fucked that up. Here, I'll show you. Can you see that? It's all blurry. It's not focusing. Okay, that's not helpful. All right. Plan with Loveland asks, do you know of any Bujo covers, like a TN cover that fit the scribbles that matter inside it? I'm sure there are some. I have no idea what they are because I don't use that shit. Erica Ellen asks about fine layers. I like using Pigma Microns, and if you want to have a nice bold outline, then what I usually use is like an 03 for the main outline of everything, and then for just the outside of the subject, I'll use like a really bold, like a 07 or a 1. How is Loki doing? Loki's asleep. He hasn't destroyed the new sofa yet, and we have a spray called Claw Withdraw that he hates the smell of that we're going to use on the couch to keep him from scratching it. All right, Thursday. I have a patron live at 2, and that's the only thing I have on my list. So I think I'm going to put grocery store on there as well because I forgot to buy shrimp, and so I'll just go buy fresh shrimp instead of frozen shrimp on Thursday since that's what we're having for dinner. So patron live. I just thought I saw a spider on the floor and it stressed me out for a minute, but it wasn't a spider. And I thought you all should know that because it's important that you understand everything that's going on in my life right now. And then grocery store. Okay. You would see me run off camera if there's a spider. Am I still doing the drawing challenges? Well, I have them up on my Instagram, but I need to catch up on them because I haven't been doing them since I had surgery. What fine liner works on washi and those stickers? I've been using the Sakura Micro Perm 03. Sharpie markers work too. I try to move it around a little bit, Jessica, for people in different time zones, but it usually isn't about, I've done 11 a.m. For my time, I've done 2 p.m., I've done 4 p.m., I've done as late as 6 or 7 p.m. my time. So I've tried to move it around some, but certain times just work best for my family, so people wind up seeing the replay. Okay, Friday. Let's see. I have to schedule next week. I have a deadline on Friday. I need to do inbox 0 allegedly, and that's the end of the main band camp. Katie still has sectionals on Saturday, but the main band camp is up on Friday, and Katie needs to... We have a family night where we go. We see what they've been working on for the last 2 weeks. So, yeah. Oh, nice. Thank you for becoming a patron. I appreciate that. Did I see Aladdin or The Lion King? I haven't seen either of them yet. I haven't seen shit because I was either recovering from surgery and not leaving the house or finishing the book, and so my summer has been very boring. Probably the next movie I'm going to see in the movie theater is It Chapter 2, because I am seeing that in the movie theater. Wild horses couldn't drag me from it. Wild horses couldn't keep me from clowns. All right, family night. I'm going to put that in a big box. In a big box. In a big box. Big puppy. Get her done. Actually, no, I'm going to eat. God damn it. God damn it. There we go. It's time for DEFCON Stalin for the number of times I had to put that fucking sticker down. And Stalin's staying with me. So some RJ, will you stop like beating on the couch with your legs? If you have that much energy, why don't you go run around the track at the school a couple times?
What?
Oh my god.
What?
If you have that, take the headphones off. Take the headphones off. If you have that much energy, I want you to go take a power walk around the track a couple times. Go. Put them on. Go. You have too much energy. And you're rolling all over the couch like a fool.
I'm putting on my shoes.
I'm waiting. I'm making RJ go outside, Jesse, for a few minutes. You heard? Okay, just checking. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm sorry. I interrupt this broadcast for making eye contact with my 13-year-old. Don't do anything foolish.
Okay. What?
Like breaking your leg or breaking somebody's car window.
I'm not gonna do any of that for being outside for like a couple minutes.
Yeah, go.
I'm still putting on my shoes.
Make sure to drink water when you get back. It's warm outside. Two times around the track, my dude. All right. Anyway, where was I at? Here, he's going. Erica asked for the patron tiers. Right now they're 1, 5, 15, 30, and 100. You can go check. You can go look on Patreon to see what they are right now. Like I said, they're going to be adjusted soon.
Does anyone do 100?
Yes.
What does it give?
Don't worry about it. They get my Twitch boobs. No. Isabella asks, I've seen your Amy Landino's channel a few times. Does she help you? I'm sometimes overwhelmed by her tips. I get overwhelmed by her tips sometimes too. I've been following her since she had like 30,000 subscribers and mostly talked about YouTube as opposed to like lifestyle stuff. And so I watch her and I take what works for me, and what doesn't work for me, I just leave it behind because life's too short to fucking worry about it, right? All right. Oh, I don't even know what's going on in the comments anymore. What in the actual fuck? Okay, moving forward. All right. Where were we at? Deadline. Oh, yes. All right. Okay. It's the best parenting I can offer for you guys. I'm not usually that snippy. I was performing for YouTube. Family nights, 5 p.m. Oh, that's going to be moist. Let's not touch that. So here we'll put inbox 0. This is not my... God damn it. Looks... I can fix it. Here we go. Nope, I don't like the look of that either. This is all some raw garbage. Okay, hold on. Let's cover you up. This is going to a place I didn't want it to go. It's a lot of whiteout. It's a lot of whiteout. When am I going to put the challenges up on my blog? Thank you for reminding me. I'll do that tomorrow. Let me put that on my list. I'm going to add a Post-it note for that, though. It's hard to remember all the things, challenges, because I need a personal assistant. I know, Kim, I think you offered to be my personal assistant. I should take you up on that, challenges. Okay. New sticker. I'm going to grab one of these. Actually, I'm going to color it first. What color am I going to make it? We'll make it pink. That doesn't fit either. Fuck! Sorry, that was loud. Okay, we got another solution time. A Steve! I have some new Steves that Kristen sent me. We got podcast Steves. Kristen sent me some choo-choo motherfucker. We could use one of those Steves. Nope. Inbox 0. We're going to use a nope sticker because that feels like the most handy. Nope. Okay. Who is Steven? Where did he come from? He came from my loins. I doodled an angry looking Steve one day, this little just like guy with eyes on my Instagram years ago. And Kristen from Krissyanne Designs was like, I love him. Can we have stickers of him in my shop? And I said, sure. And over the years, he's evolved to have all sorts of different iterations. Okay. And then the last thing was family night. That's the other thing that had to go on here. I'm glad you guys are liking the new setup so far. I am both awesomely amazed by it and also a little, not confused. That's not the right word. I guess the word I'm looking for is distracted. I need to just get a better overhead camera and maybe one of those little Twitch boards so I can do all sorts of rando shit. I could probably, you know, it'd be awesome using this. I could switch between this and my Google Calendar so you could see the monthly plans that I'm working with, while, like for Plan As You Go. Oh, that could be rad. 5 p.m. It's going right here. I have so many ideas. So much room for activities. I think I have to bring something to family night too, and I don't know what. They haven't told us yet, so. A personal assistant to wipe my nose and my butt. Saturday, I have patron hangout at 6. I need to wash my sheets, and I'm going to put refill meds because even though I've never needed to put refill meds in my calendar to like fill my little pill box up, my doctor has changed when I'm taking some of my meds, and I used to refill them on Sunday night before I would take the next, because my pill box runs Sunday through Saturday, and I used to fill them on Sunday night right before I took them, and now I have to fill them so I have my Sunday morning meds ready for me too. So anyway, like I said, for me, I don't remember shit until I've done it a bunch of times. And as this is only the second week of me doing it, I want the reminder in my planner. And then wash sheets, because that's what we do in this house on Saturdays. Except this last week. This last week, we did not wash sheets on Saturday. We washed them on Friday. Because while I was waking up, Loki fucking barfed on my bed. And then he looked at me like, what? I didn't do anything wrong. And I'm like, you woke me up by hawking up a massive kitty loogie on my bed, you little shithead. And then he took off and left me to clean up the mess. Oh shit, Foxy Roxy, I don't remember. Let me look at them. Hold on. I think it says it on them. I had to ask Kristen because I couldn't remember. I don't think it's not the smallest ones. It's the next size up. I don't remember if mini or extra small is the smallest, but whichever one is not the smallest, it's the one above the smallest. So I don't remember which one it is though. All right, back to what I was working on. Okay. I could do Sunday through Sunday morning, still do the refill Sunday night. That could work, but I feel like just doing it this way is going to probably work better for me. I'm not sure, though. I guess we'll see. If I can't seem to get in the habit of it, I might have to try that. All right, wash sheets. And then patron hangout is that night. My lettering is getting weirder and weirder as this stream has progressed. Okay, patron hangout. And then what was the other thing? Refill meds. Yeah. And then, I mean, Jesse and I are going to probably want to do at least something around the house that day, but I don't know what it's going to be yet. We'll see how I'm feeling and how he's feeling. He's had gigs the last, 3 weekends in a row, so I don't want to give him, a honey-do list that's hella yards long, because he might rebel. So, he's laughing as if somehow that wasn't going to happen. I have a med sticker somewhere. I don't know where it is, though. No, I'm going to find it. I've got a pill sticker. I have a Krissyanne Designs pill sticker. Where the fuck is it? Is it here? Question mark? Nope. Is it in here? Question mark? Yes. Haha. Found them. Woohoo! Okay, wait, which one was that? Pink? Ah, oh, fuck, I just killed Stalin. I guess we have to go to DEF CON Lenin. I killed Stalin! Hashtag demonetize. Okay. All right. DEF CON Lenin. Okay. Hashtag just killed Stalin. My sister, okay, she's going to kill me for saying this. My sister had the hots for Stalin. I swear to God, what the fuck was her email? Her email used to be something like Stalin lover or something. It wasn't that she agreed with his policies or anything. She just thought he was hot. She has a book, this massive biography of Stalin that she bought so she could look at the pictures. Now, I think Steve Buscemi is hot. So, and some people think that's weird. But I think my sister beats me in the weirdness factor. I'm just saying. She'll watch this deep into my stream. She doesn't give a fuck about me enough to what she does, but she doesn't give that much of a fuck. Did I watch The Americans when it was on? I did not. I should, though. I just watched The Last Czars on Netflix, though, for people who want recommendations. That show tripped me out. I thought it was really well done, and there was a lot of sex in it. But when I was watching it the first time, and I didn't know the format of the show, and I thought it was going to be some, prestige-type TV show like The Crown or something, and then suddenly a bunch of fucking, historian talking heads pop up, and I'm like, what the hell is the format of this shit? So The Last Czars is very weird. And Rasputin looks like a poor man's Gerard Butler. That was a pre-Google solution to having the hots for a famous person. Okay, so Sunday I actually don't have anything on my list besides planning my week out. I should do that, though, because it's going to be the first week of school. Oh, fuck. You know what else I got to put on here? I'll do it on Thursday. The kids' school paperwork, because they're going to be at their dad's house for the first week of school, but I have all their school paperwork. I need to make sure to give that to them before they go to their dad. Otherwise, we're going to be in trouble because they won't have their shit. And nobody wants that. Is there like a star? Yes. But I don't want that one. There's, oh, here we go. Here's an exclamation point. Right here. Nobody should trust me with important shit right now. My brain is destroyed by too much Percocet. How does missing the first day of school when they're at their dad's affect me? It doesn't. It did when they were younger and I gave more of a shit. But now that they're high school and middle school, I'm just like, fuck, I don't care. Like, I mean, it's awesome that they're going, but like, I'll see them on that Friday and that'll be fine. So, but it took years. I mean, I've been sharing custody with them for 10 years now. And at the beginning it was really hard. But at this point, it's not one of those like, it's not one of those things that really throws me off. There's other things that throw me off still, but that's not one of them. So Sunday, I don't think I want to put anything on here. I don't have anything to put on here. I will need to go grocery shopping. There is that. And we actually should go grocery shopping on Saturday instead. I'll put film plan as you go to remind me that I don't get to slack off completely on Sunday. I still have to film plan as you go. But other than that, it might just be one of those, let's sit down in our undies and play World of Warcraft all day. That could be Sunday. What do you think, Jess? Does that sound like a good thing on Sunday? Sit down in our undies?
Sure.
Undies and play World of Warcraft all day?
I support that.
Be sweaty in our granular area?
Whoa. Sharing a lot for... Yeah.
That's nothing. Oh, we haven't put an eggplant on here either. I should talk about shared custody and past jobs. You're right, Jessica. I should talk about that. All right. Well, I appreciate that you're even contemplating, those of you who are contemplating being patrons. Like, you don't have to be patrons to follow me. I love my patrons. My patrons are fucking phenomenal, and they do get a lot more live interaction with me because it's hard for me to do live videos on YouTube all the time, but they get a lot more of that. But I don't ever consider my regular viewers to be lesser than my patrons. They just don't have certain windows into things because I just am not able to do that. So... But I appreciate even thinking about it, honestly. The biggest problem with doing a podcast on sharing custody is I've got to be really careful about how I do shit like that. Like, I have very strong feelings about certain people in my life and whether they're good or negative. And when I put shit on the internet, I need to be cognizant of the fact that it's not just me talking, but my kids and their dad and everybody else. So... It's mostly a question of whether or not I am going to be able to have a podcast like that that's not going to be destructive for my kids, if that makes sense. So that's the biggest reason I would avoid doing something like that, but I'm not sure. All right. Oh my God, there's mushrooms. We could totally do a mushroom tip here. Keep growing, keep glowing. We could put that on Sunday because Jesse might get some on Sunday because there's not going to be any kids here. In relation to the planner community, Jessica, that's a good idea. Because I have talked about it before, and especially when I have conversations about the custody and everything when it comes to... holy shit! Okay. Custody when it comes to how I keep up with it with my planners. And also, I have very strong feelings when it comes to stepmoms. I hate it when I see stepmoms getting dogged on. My kids have a fantastic stepmom, and I am very pro awesome stepmom because I have benefited from my children having an excellent bonus mom and an excellent bonus dad. And I'm an advocate for trying to have as good of a relationship as you can with the other parents in your kids' lives, not just the other biological parent, but the other co-parents. Anyway, sorry, that was a tangent. I'm just decorating. I'm just doing some decorating here because I don't know what else to do. I'm losing control of my life. You know what I'm going to put on Sunday? I'm going to grab a... It matches the color scheme, so why not do it? Hold on. Hold, please. There we go. Sexual healing. I didn't include the plan as you go washi strip, Jessica, because I totally forgot to. So I'm going to put it here. Actually, hold on. Whoops, what did I touch? I touched something. God damn it. Why are you so difficult, little friend? There we go. I had the weirdest dream last night that I went to a planner meetup at some hotel, and there was some random guy I used to work with who had to share a room with me because he was there for a different plan, like not planner thing, but some other thing. And it was supposed to be like you're supposed to dress fancy, and I took it way to the extreme and had some like replica of like some famous historical lady gown. I don't even remember what it was made, and I wore that, except I didn't have a good bra for it, so my bra straps were hanging out, and I had to get up there and tell people to do the hokey pokey, and it was a very weird dream. I just thought you should know that. Plan as you go month. I had a dream like that before too, Gina, where I like lived with a whole nother family. It was this kid I had a crush on at school when I was in high school. And I dreamt that his family and my family bought a house and lived together. And it was super awkward because he didn't give a fuck about me, but I had a super big crush on him. It was very weird. I have a lot of strange dreams. So I'm thinking about doing some more art videos and telling some stories about my weird dreams and other weird things that have happened to me. If you've ever watched the YouTuber Emily Artful, I hella love her. I think she is fantastic. I've followed her for a long time. I'm actually a patron of hers. And she does a sketchbook story time where she draws or paints a picture and then tells a story. And I don't have any sort of like super sketchy stories from my life. My life has been fairly tame, weird as it may be, but I have some stories I could tell, and I just love the format. And so if I did that, I would totally credit her for it because I love how she does it. But at the same time, I thought it could be fun. Would I use a foiled eggplant sticker? Probably, depending on what the foil is. If it matches the foil. I don't like mixing foil. I hate using like silver foil and then having like a yellow foil pop up. So I'd have to have foiled eggplants in all the foils. So I'd have the right ones for when I needed them. My head is cut in half. Where? Here? Like one of those mannequins that has only half a head? Anyway, so I think that I'm done with this for now, and then I'll be using it all week. You can tune in. I may do a live one here or there, depending on whether I feel like, because I like this setup. So who knows? Maybe I'll do more lives than not this month for Plan As You Go. If I do them, they will likely be in the morning Pacific time, unless it is a Sunday or a Saturday where they'll be a little later. But if I decide to do lives instead of recording Plan With Me's, but there will be a Plan With Me, a plan or video every day this month where I am showing my bullet journal, my power sheets. I didn't pull any of those out this time. I don't usually on Sundays when I plan, but tomorrow I will be pulling my bullet journal and my my power sheets out. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to subscribe, and please be sure to like this stream, because I haven't even looked to see how many dislikes I have yet. How many dislikes do I have? I always have a lot of them, because somebody loves to dislike my shit whenever I do live. I got 5. That's actually not that bad. I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. Me. I got 5 on it. Generally, I do lives on YouTube around 2:30 p.m. on Sundays Pacific time. That just seems to be the best time that works out for my family on the weekends. During the week, if I do lives, it just depends on when I can fit it in. I work for myself, so I'm flexible, but I'm also working around. I'm going to change my cams because I'm done with my planner for right now. Yeah. I work with my kids' schedules, with my husband's schedule, and with my own exhaustion levels. And like, as the crusty scar shows you, I am still recovering from surgery, so. Anyway, so thank you for hanging out with me while I plan my week out. I think you guys are all great. I'm glad to be back. I guess I can stay and chat with you for a few more minutes, because I still have this much mimosa to finish. And once I'm done with this stream, I'm done with the mimosa. Like, I'm going to dump it out, so. Okay. Do the dislikes affect anything from the video? Yes, but not how you think. Even if somebody looks at a video and sees it being disliked, it all counts as engagement. So anybody disliking my video is still telling the algorithm they watched my video. So dislike all you want. I prefer likes, but if you're going to dislike, you're helping me anyway. The best way to fuck with somebody's YouTube in the algorithm is to turn it off right away after you've watched it and not engage with it further. But dislikes show you engaged with it. So cheers to the dislikes. I am super tired. Live art chat, I could do that too. As soon as I get I'd love to do that once the camera situation is figured out, because as much as planning, I don't mind if it's a little bit blurry, but if I'm doing artwork, then that feels like I should be having a bit of a higher quality resolution. I'll show you though. I am so excited. Some of the prints I've worked on, I framed some of them, and there's secrets in them, but I love how they're looking with the frame. They look really pretty. These are not the originals. These are prints that have been done so far. I think they look gorgeous in these frames. But you can't see close enough to know what the secrets are. But yeah. And then my favorite one is the one I envisioned when I started this series is this one. I don't even know, where am I supposed to hold this? Here? Here. Okay. Where is RJ? He's back. He's watching TV on the couch. He did go running and then he came back. And he drank water. That loud thing that scared the shit out of me, that was RJ dropping his cup. Did I ever answer the question about progress? I don't know what the question about progress was, so I don't think so. You could re-ask it. Jessica asked, how does it work if you have YouTube Premium? The way YouTube Premium works is that you a portion of your premium every month goes towards the creators that you watch. So it's more reliable than being monetized. Even if somebody is their videos are getting demonetized, they'll still get revenue from YouTube Premium. Are they so obvious that I wouldn't be able to hang them in your classroom? Depends on the print. Some of them you probably be able to get away with it. Otherwise, maybe not so much. I also have YouTube Premium. It's not even the lack of ads. That's not what got me loving YouTube Premium. I originally got it because I wanted to download videos and watch them on an airplane because I was going to be on a cross-country flight. The no ads thing, that was all well and good. But the thing that hooked me on YouTube Premium was being able to listen to videos when I'm in another app on my phone. Because I often don't watch videos. I kind of listen to them podcast style for a lot of them. And I like to be I can multitask and listen to them in the background. But when you have regular YouTube, you can't listen to them once you come out of the app. But with YouTube Premium, you can still hear them even if you're not in the app anymore. And that is 10 out of 10, exactly what I wanted. Now, Jesse also didn't think it was great, but then once he tried it, now we have the family plan. You got bingo, Kim? Hell yeah. Are you planning on selling physical prints of the digital images? Just physical prints. I will not be selling digital images of these. Like the old Little Mermaid cover. That is that and not exactly, but in the same ballpark. A drunk live watercolor. Oh God, that would be, I don't even know what that would be. And I'm also hoping to start doing some stuff for Skillshare. So I've got a bunch of plans now, which is great for a channel where I'm planning, but I always overcommit to things. And it's because I just finished the book. It's oh, I just did this big thing. I've got all this energy now, which I don't actually, but it makes me overcommit to everything. So I guess we'll see how things go. If I do a live watercolor with drinking, I will not use my favorite watercolors. My current favorite watercolors are these ones. These are the Regina's watercolors, and I think she's coming out with more colors soon, so I might want to get that. It's handmade watercolors, and the palette is a glass mixing surface, and it's amazing, and they are beautiful, and I love them. And here is the color selection, and these are my favorite. I also love the the Hydrus watercolors, the liquid watercolors. The other one I've been using a lot lately, which I would probably use in a live watercolor, is these Paul Rubens ones, because I love how vibrant they are. These ones here, I love these ones. I've been using them. It's hard to tell because they're clean. I've actually been keeping them clean, but I have been using them. This color selection is really pretty. Let me see what I miss. I missed some shit. Yeah, YouTube Premium is great because if a creator's channel gets demonetized, if they can't receive monetization at all, they have lost monetization privileges, I don't think they get any revenue from YouTube Red. But if they are a channel that is a YouTube partner channel, but their videos are getting demonetized, they will, even if a video has been demonetized, you'll still get YouTube Red revenue from it. Have I considered doing more than prints, doing things on sites like Society6? Yeah, Trish, I actually have, and I've been kind of looking into it. Specifically, I swear to God, I really want a throw pillow with this flower on it. I want a throw pillow for my bed with this flower on it. So I've got to figure out what places do that and which one, I want to work with. I don't know what happened, Casey Nurse. Can you talk about your ring? I always loved it and wonder if it has a story. It has a small story. It's this ring is my great, I don't know if you can see it very well. Yeah, where's the camera? There's the camera. It has 9 diamonds. There's the big diamond, and then there's 2 on every single side. and it's like a filigree ring. It was my great, 3 times great, maybe, grandmother's ring. And it got passed down to me from my grandma, or from my grandpa. It's on my dad's side of the family, so I'm the one who has the Falkenrath blood to take it. I got it when I got engaged to Russell. They gave it to me for my wedding ring. I had to resize, which was hard because it's platinum and it's really old. So getting it resized was actually kind of tricky. And then when Russell and I divorced, I stopped wearing it. But when Jesse and I got married, I wore it again. And some people might think that's weird that I'm wearing the same wedding ring to be married to Jesse that I wore when I was married to Russell. But the way I see it is that this is my family's ring. This is not... Like, this ring was not given to me by Jesse or given to me by Russell. This was given to me by my family. So it's a wedding ring because I am married in my family, but it's mine. And so I can wear it with both husbands. And Jesse doesn't, as far as I know, he doesn't feel weird about it. He told me he was fine with it. But, like, this ring is very special to me outside of the person I'm married to. It has more history to me than that. So, yeah. I have watched a little bit of it at Obsessive Stationery, but not a ton. Where can you find info on my Skillshare class? I don't have one yet, but when I do have it, I will post it, Bernadette. I do. Yeah, right. My pillows are out of control. How am I doing after surgery? I'm doing okay. I'm still super sore and it kind of hurts. Like, my fistula is starting to grow a little bit more in my arm and it's really uncomfortable, but the incision is healing really well. It's in the crusty phase. Your ex is named Russell. You're married to a musician now and you have a 13-year-old son. Cheers to your life. That's basically mine. I have the glitter ones as well, Deb. I haven't really played with them yet. Much perkier than after the first surgery. I am. And I think it's because even though it's a bigger incision, the surgery itself was a little less invasive because they didn't create a fistula. They just moved it. So I'm sore, but I'm not, like, really hurting. Am I ever going to be able to sleep on that side again? Not while I have this fistula, which really sucks because I am also a side sleeper. So I can only sleep on the other side, and I'm usually sleeping now cuddled up to a pillow to keep my arm raised because if my arm drops, then my hand automatically falls asleep. And I can't sleep on my back very well. So I will be mostly sleeping on my right side. Can you undo a fistula? Yeah, you can tie them off. But for now, I need it. And if I get the kidney transplant and they take my kidneys out the way they're talking about doing, then I'm going to have to keep it in readiness because if they take my kidneys out and if I get a transplant and it fails, then I'm going to have to go on dialysis right away because I won't have any other kidneys. By the way, I will be putting the call out for living donors soon, so stay tuned. The website's going to be going live soon, so if you have type O blood and you are in relatively good health and you are interested in potentially donating a kidney to me, I will be having that information out soon. So, and I know it's weird for a YouTuber to ask of their subscribers, but fuck, dude, I need a kidney, so most of my family can't give me one because most of them have PKD. So, and Jesse has diabetes, like type 1. So, stay tuned for that. If you've ever been interested in giving me a kidney, the information will come out soon. #thanks. Am I waking up with random steri strips floating around in my bed? Yes. If you only have one kidney, you can't share with me, but I appreciate the thought. So many loudness. I'm O positive, but for apparently with organ transplant, the RH factor doesn't matter. So if I'm O positive and someone else is O negative, they could donate to me without it being a problem. The RH factor doesn't matter. It's just the actual letter of the blood type. Are they going to do one kidney at a time? I don't know. It depends on what they want to do. I've heard of some surgery centers doing one kidney at the time of transplant, doing another one way later. I've heard of some kidney transplant centers removing one kidney the morning before the surgery and then the next day taking out the other kidney and doing the transplant. There's a lot of different ways they can do it. With PKD kidneys, they're so big. That's why you can see my lumpy kidney back there. Thanks, Jen, for sending that to me. They're so big and they're so big of a pain in the ass that while a nephrectomy is already a major surgery, taking them out is a lot more complicated than that. Thank you for the super chat, Soaps On. Oh my God, Jennifer Michelle. I think you're my new favorite person, that you have great health, you have type O blood, and you were born with 3 kidneys. We found our new best friend, Jesse. I mean, I've known people who've been born with only 1 kidney, but I don't know if I've heard of anybody that, like, I know about. Amy has 3 kidneys right now, my sister, but that's because they did not take Amy's kidneys out when they did the transplant for various reasons, and every situation is different. So Amy and my grandma both currently have 3 kidneys because they each got a transplant, but they kept their native kidneys. Do they put 2 kidneys in? They only put 1 kidney in, Jessica. You can actually survive quite well with just 1 kidney. It'll often grow, and like kidneys are excellent at adapting. So if you are in good health, your single kidney will do really well on its own. The other good thing is if you ever happen to need a kidney transplant later in your life because you donated a kidney, you go right to the top of the list. Oh, that's awesome, Jessica. Anyway, yeah, so that's the story when it comes to my kidneys and everything else. And so pay attention, because sometime this month I'll be dropping the information about getting tested for living donors for those of you who aren't interested in. But in general, I'm just glad you were here. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm done with my mimosa, so I'm going to take off. Make sure to subscribe for Plan As You Go and everything else, and leave a like before you leave, because people always like to dislike my live Plan With Me's, and that makes me sad, because fuck, dude, if you're going to dislike it, don't do it while I'm live. That's just rude. Anyway, you guys, you're all amazing. Have a fabulous rest of your day, and I will see you next